Welcome back to Thursday's Tactical Tip. I'm Yoki Marks and we're here at Warrior's Edge Armory. Today we're going to be talking about light discipline and how to use a light. I know we did a video a while ago about different types of lights, handheld, weapon mounted, laser, stuff like that. Well, today we're actually going to dive in a little bit more on some of the pluses and minuses of different techniques out there on how to utilize a light inside of like a home defense or home invasion situation. Today we're going to be dealing with just using a handheld flashlight. We'll go over a couple of techniques and we're going to talk about some of the schools of thought on when to use a light and how to use it. You have a couple different ideas out there floating around. One is turn the light on, look, turn it off. You accompany this usually with movement, so it'd be something like, is there a bad guy there? There's not. Okay, that's one way to do it. You have people who say, okay, hold your light out. It would be the what I call the old FBI style. Light is going to be on and up here. Handgun is going to be punched out, and this is how you clear. You also have the Harris and the Chapman. Harris being holding back of the hands together using isometric tension in order to help control the recoil of the gun. And you have the Chapman, which is holding the flashlight and then punching out like this or like that. Now, starting off with the Harris, decent control of the firearm from this position. Problem being, you have to use this from the Weaver stance. You try to shoot isosceles, it just doesn't work out. You have to use it from the Weaver, and you would go here. Chapman has pluses and minuses as well. You have to have the proper type of flashlight, and then you can engage almost with a two-handed grip. FBI, I don't teach, I don't like, I don't think it's good. If you still use it and you're happy with it, carry on. Has too many drawbacks. Shooting with one hand, you're shining your light over here, your gun is pointing over here, the brain tends to think where the light is, the bullet will go, and they're a little bit off, and it's just not effective. That being said, no matter which way you use the light, weapon mounted or handheld, how should you discipline your light? What I teach is once the light comes on, it stays on. No light on, I look, I turn it off. The reason for it is simple. Most homes have light colored or white walls. As soon as that light comes on, the light starts bouncing off of the walls and you will lose your night vision to some extent or another. People are gonna probably post right below in the comment section about how when the light is on, then they know where you are and they can see you and they're gonna shoot at the light and then you're gonna get shot too. Okay, I'll give you that. But if they can see me because of my light, I can see them with my light. And I have a responsibility legally, ethically, and morally to make sure that what I'm shooting at needs to be shot. So if I do, oh, there's someone in my house, and I pull the trigger, and then I'm like, oh, that was my cousin, I forgot he's coming in tonight. There's an issue there. So I teach once the light comes on, it stays on. I don't do any of the fancy sweeping movements and then turn the light off. I'm on where the light is going, the firearm is going, I use it to track. If you want to test this out, if you have kids or a spouse, significant other, try this drill. Have them in one room, playing with the flashlight, turn it on, turn it off, sweep it around, and then you stand in a darkened hallway and you see if you can see light coming from in the room or under the door. 99.9% of the time, you can. So the turn off, turn on Bad guy, if he's in that hallway, he's already going to know where you are. Keep the light on, clear, and move forward. Second thing I'm going to talk about is when you're choosing a light, what are you getting for the lume? Are you getting like a 30 lumen? Are you getting a 4,000? You know, basically a spotlight on a police car. Keeping in mind that since most walls are white, I go with a lower lumen flashlight. I actually have one I brought in to do some testing and evaluating on. It's 20 lumen. Put it on an AR, lights up a dark room nicely. You don't need to be able to count the pores on their nose. You need to be able to see what their hands have in them and determine if they're a deadly threat. By keeping it to a lower lumen, you are reducing the effect on your vision, especially if you're clearing and you forget you have a mirror on the wall and it shines into the mirror and hits you. Now, a lot of people like the higher lumen lights because you shine in a bad guy's face and he can't see anymore. Okay, that is true. But what are you sacrificing in order to gain the possibility of shining it directly into their eyes and then engaging them with the handgun? You're risking losing your night vision, blinding yourself by reflecting off of a surface. There's a lot of things. So keep in mind that light discipline and the power of the flashlight you're using need to be taken into consideration. Practice some of these. Practice keeping your light on and clearing. Have someone sit in the main part of your house and tell you every time they can see light shining off of something. Go in and clear, play the flashlight shooting game. No guns involved, just two people with a flashlight. One person hiding somewhere with a flashlight, the other person walking around trying to find them. See what works better, flashlight on or off. Test these things. Don't use what I do or what I recommend just because I said it. You may find something that works better for you and you are more comfortable with. If that's the case and you believe it's safe, use that. If you have any questions on the use of a flashlight, weapon mounted light, anything like that, post it below in the comment section. Hope you're having a great week. Look forward to seeing you again next week on Thursday's Tactical.